they're a cycle team. They're a get the puck in deep, go to work on the forecheck, other than when McDavid's out there, other than that. But for the most part, they're a cycle team now. It's why they couldn't score against the Ducks last night. They spent the entire game in the Duck zone and circling the offensive zone around the perimeter, couldn't get the puck in tight around the goalie. And those shots from 35, 40 feet out, that's the reason the Oilers' shooting percentage as a team is down across the board. And so many veterans like Hyman, Nugent Hopkins, Henrique, I could go on and on, are all having down years statistically. They're not generating as dangerous of offense, and it's a hard way to live. It's legitimately harder work. You think about if you're on the cycle, you need to string together 5, 6, 7, 8 passes in a row just to get one chance. You compare that with get the puck to Dylan Holloway and let him skate in a straight line, and he doesn't only has to receive one pass. It's a lot easier.
One-timer Holloway. No, it's great. I love hearing you talk about this. But I am curious, though, because when the Blues first acquired Holloway and Broberg, I got a lot of Edmonton people commenting on my videos saying they're overpaid, they're not that great. Now that time has passed, and especially Dylan Holloway, more so less than Philip Broberg, how do you feel like, because you know this fan base obviously with Edmonton, how do you feel like they're reacting to seeing Dylan Holloway having all the success in St. Louis?
I think there's a lot of people who watch my show pretty regularly who say they would rather have him than Jeff or Arvidsson. And, if that was the binary choice, knowing what you know in hindsight now, I think most people would agree because it's twofold. Number one, Holloway's younger. He still has a capacity to get better than he is right now. And Jeff Skinner's not having a bad year, even though he's been healthy scratched at times because of his defense, or they didn't feel like there was a spot for him in the lineup because they didn't want to play him on the fourth line. He's still like sixth on the team in goals. He's got 15 goals. And for somebody who's been healthy scratched at times, pretty decent output. I think, and this is something I was talking about on the show on Locked On Oilers last week, as far as like making the case for the Oilers that they could make something magical happen in spite of how rough the last month has been. If you want to talk yourself into the Oilers overcoming their circumstances, you need something to break your way. And generally when we talk about that, we talk about teams playing above their weight class, punching above their weight. Those are typically the younger teams. If you wanted to say that about like the Canadians or the Devils even, I think you could talk me into a world of these are young guys, they haven't been there before, they have the capacity to play at a really high level.